Hey Nerdgenic Nation, and welcome to History of. I'm your host and resident superhero nerd, Aaron Waller, and this is a series where we do a deep dive into various comic book characters, both heroes and villains, and give a little bit more insight as to who they are and why they do what they do. Now, I've been talking a lot about Marvel characters as of late recently, not only because of Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but also because of Hawkeye and all the other Marvel things that are coming up. But I decided to switch gears today for this History of episode and talk a little bit about DC and the upcoming character that's going to get his own show and also debuted recently on the big screen, and that's Peacemaker. Peacemaker was created by Joe Gill and Pat Boyett and first appeared in the Fightin' 5 number 40 in 1966 from Charlton Comics, which would later be acquired by DC Comics. Ironically, the Fightin' 5 would be cancelled with issue number 41, but Peacemaker would get his own 5-issue title in 1967. Born Christopher Smith, Peacemaker is a pacifist diplomat that is so committed to peace that he's willing to use force as a superhero to advance the cause for it. And of course, the majority of his villains he goes up against just happen to be either dictators or warlords.
Coincidence? I think not!
After the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, Peacemaker would be changed and he would learn that his methods of peace through violence were a result of having a mental illness brought on by the shame of having a Nazi commandant father. Peacemaker would begin to believe that his father's spirit would be haunting him and constantly criticizing everything that he does as he tries to distance himself from that past. And he would also start to believe that people that he killed were collected in his helmet and give him various advice and commentary. After a while, he began working for the US government on a special forces unit hunting down terrorists called Checkmate until he gets a little too extreme and out of control. He eventually crashes a helicopter to destroy some tanks and is reported dead. But he shows up in the Day of Judgment series in Purgatory, where he would rally a distraction for a team of heroes to recruit the soul of Hal Jordan and return to Earth. Peacemaker would also show up in the Doomsday Clock storyline and fight in the battle against Dr. Manhattan on Mars, as well as return as a member of the Suicide Squad that breaks into Arkham Asylum to bring in the Talon just before the Joker incident, where all sorts of Joker toxin was released throughout Arkham Asylum. Now, there would be other iterations of Peacemaker in Justice League International number 65 in 1994, and the mantle will be taken up by Mitchell Block in The Law number 1 in 1999. But the Christopher Smith Peacemaker would return as a tattooed motorcycle recluse and become a mentor to a young Jaime Reyes in Blue Beetle number 7 in 2006. Now, Peacemaker has made some slight appearances in video games, but his only real appearance outside of comics occurred recently with 2021's The Suicide Squad from James Gunn, where he was played by wrestling icon John Cena, who will be reprising the role for the Peacemaker solo series on HBO Max in early 2022. But based on the trailers alone, I do expect there to be a lot of differences between the comic book origin of Peacemaker and what we see on screen. Now, Peacemaker doesn't really have any powers or abilities and is pretty much just a regular guy. But he does have several very specific attributes, including being the peak of human physical condition that allows him to be an expert in hand-to-hand combat. He's an expert in various weaponry, has body armor, and is typically seen with a flight pack, his chrome helmet, and uses various weapons, but most notably a giant handgun. So those are some of the things you need to know about Peacemaker. Did you learn anything in this video you may not have known otherwise? I know I'm a little bit late considering that he already made an appearance in a movie a couple of months ago, but considering that he has his own series, which we will be doing a live stream watch party for, hosted by yours truly. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you don't miss out on that awesome stuff. But I think that it's very important to kind of give a little bit more insight as to the actual character now that we're getting a fully focused series on him alone. But I still want to hear from you. Did you learn something in this video you may not have known otherwise? Let me know down in the comment section down below, and also let me know while you're down there, give me any suggestions for characters you would like to see appear on this series, whether they are in Peacemaker and upcoming, or they might be in some other franchise. I would love to do the research, give you some answers, and your suggestion might become next week's video. But like I said, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification so you miss out on any future videos from me or the rest of the Nerdgenic team. And also be sure to give us a like and follow on Facebook so you don't miss out on any news, announcements like when we're going live, or any articles that go up on nerdgenic.com. But in the meantime, if you want even more video content from us, check out these videos on screen, like my playlist where I talk about all things Spider-Man No Way Home from beginning to end. Plus, I'm still adding to it constantly, so you don't want to miss out on any of that stuff. And be sure to check out this other playlist of all the other history of characters that I've done so far. Now, so far, as of the recording of this video, there's been about 25 or 26. That's a lot of characters. Plus, I am nowhere near done, so you don't want to miss out on any of those. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we hope to see you in the next video.